For several days, Italy's football world had no idea just how serious things had become. Franco Baresi, the man who once played through a torn meniscus to lift the World Cup as captain, was fighting a battle this time that football alone couldn't help him win. Franco Baresi, the legendary AC Milan and Italy defender, died at the age of 66. His death was announced Friday by AC Milan, the club where he spent his entire 20-year playing career. The club's statement read that the entire history of AC Milan was in tears, adding that announcing the loss of someone who embodied the heart and soul of the club was incredibly difficult. As for his final days, reports indicate Baresi had been in very serious condition for several days before he ultimately passed away. According to multiple outlets, he had been battling an oncological lung disease, and his body gave in after that prolonged struggle. Going back further, Baresi underwent surgery in August of last year to remove a pulmonary nodule from his lung, after which he began a course of immunotherapy, treatment that continued in the months that followed. Despite everything he was privately facing, Baresi still made time for one final, deeply symbolic public appearance. In February, he carried the Olympic torch into a packed San Siro alongside former Inter Milan defender Giuseppe Baresi, marking the opening ceremony of the Milan Cortina Winter Olympics inside the very stadium where his legendary career had unfolded decades earlier. It turned out to be his last public appearance before his health declined further in the months that followed. While no direct personal statement from his brother Giuseppe has been shared publicly, Inter Milan specifically acknowledged him in their own tribute, writing that club president Giuseppe Marotta and everyone at the club stood in solidarity with the Baresi family and with Giuseppe, known affectionately as Beppe, during their time of grief. It's a small but meaningful detail, considering Giuseppe himself is a football legend in his own right, having captained Inter Milan for nearly his entire playing career, directly opposite his younger brother across some of the most iconic Milan derbies in football history. That sibling rivalry, split between two of Italy's fiercest rivals, became one of football's most enduring images. On March 2, 1980, the day San Siro was officially renamed after Giuseppe Meazza. A photograph of the two brothers facing off inside the stadium came to symbolize both the intensity and the mutual respect that defined the entire rivalry for years afterward. Franco once reflected on that relationship, saying the brothers always tried to leave their rivalry outside the stadium door, admitting there was always a quiet concern that neither of them would end up injuring the other during those matches. Tributes from across football captured the scale of what was lost. Real Madrid released a statement honoring Baresi as one of the greatest legends of Milan, Italian football and world football, noting his 3 European Cups, 6 Italian league titles, and his place on Italy's 1982 World Cup winning squad. Diego Maradona had once called him simply the greatest defender, a sentiment echoed by countless players and fans in the hours following his death. Franco Baresi's final chapter, quiet immunotherapy sessions, a symbolic torch carried through his old stadium, and finally several difficult days before his passing, closes out a life defined by resilience both on the football pitch and in the end far away from it. He leaves behind his wife, his son, his brother Giuseppe, and a football world still trying to fully process the loss of a man so many still call the greatest defender the game has ever produced.